Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. It's landed, it's here. TFO2 January update is finally here. So they released the December one early before Christmas, and now this one has come about a week late, so it feels like forever since we've had an update for this, but it's here, and it is Lineage Percussion, Orchestral Percussion Kit. It's a cut down version of their new flagship orchestral percussion library Lineage, and that's the reason why it's late in coming. They said that themselves, so they could do some stuff they want to do with Lineage before releasing this. So it's here. So let's just dive straight in. The format is exactly the same as usual. Before we come onto the main screen, I just want to have a quick look under the advanced to say that it's all exactly the same as we've had before, with the exception that we don't have the note stacker, little keyboard note stacker here that we've had before, which is slightly surprising really, because I would have thought this is probably the most likely so far place that you would want to use the note stacker to stack up sounds together, but they haven't got it here, so that's just how it is. Okay, so back to the performance tab. We always just read this text on the left to start off with. So it's a taste of Lineage Percussion, our brand new orchestral percussion library, masterfully dynamic, exquisitely detailed. This free preset packs a series of percussion hits. While this is a very small selection of the instruments and articulations found in Lineage Percussion, each key does have full sampling depth as well as real-time microphone positioning using the center virtual stage. Enjoy! Okay, so here we go. The key thing really to this that makes this a little bit different is of course this XY stage. If any of you are used to any of the like the Epic cinematic percussion libraries like Damage and other stuff as well, you'll be used to this 3D soundstage. But if you're not, we'll just run it through very quickly. We're going to use just the first of the hits, which we'll come back to in a minute. But anyway, we're going to use this to demonstrate. So what you can do with this little slider is you can bring it forwards, and it brings you to the close microphones. And you can push it away, and that takes you to the far microphones. And then you've got right, and you've got left as well in your stereo field. So you're going to need headphones, or turn your phone landscape way around. You might just be able to hear the difference on that left and right. And you can obviously place any instrument wherever you like on that XY stage. So we've got another couple of options. You've got the pre-mixed option, which is just, I believe, just the one mix of microphones, and I think it's pretty much bang in the middle. And you can choose left and right, but you can't choose forwards and backwards in that one. And that is a lower CPU usage. So if you've got low CPU usage and you're not worried about the forwards backwards, you can use that pre-mixed. And you've got the custom mix, which allows you to adjust the close stage and far mics, or the pre-mixed to your liking, with also the left and right as well. So you've got full control if you need it. So in terms of sounds, we've got, it comes up here telling you, but we've got, the first is the Gran Casa. Now what they've done is they've given you a pair of keys for each of the sounds, with a couple of exceptions which we'll come on to. So you can play two-handed and get yourself the rhythms you want. Like that. So pairs of keys. So first is the Gran Casa. The next is a snare drum. And actually notice it's actually down there as snare ensemble. The next is a tom-tom 4. There's obviously many more of these in the full version. Then you've got a rototom, high rototom. Then after that, the next thing you've got up is piatti. There's just a single key on the piattis. The next is the suspended cymbal. Then you've got this thing called a kashishi. Now, kashishi, I did have to look this up, is a percussion instrument, obviously of West African origin. It's about the size of your hand, roughly, and is made up of like woven basket material at the top. And then it's got a hard kind of skin, I suppose, bottom that's made of this particular fruit that I can't remember the name of. And then it's got fairly large size beans inside. So it's like a shaker, basically. And this noise is the noise of the beans hitting the hard bottom. But obviously you can, if you had the real instrument, you'd be able to shake it and get some noise out of it. But that is the noise of the beans hitting the bottom. And then you've got conga high, conga low. The last note there is another conga low. I'm not entirely sure why you've got 2 conga low keys, but only 1 conga high key. Not sure though. The black notes don't do anything on this percussion library. So you've got Grandcassa, snare drum, tom, rototom, piatti, suspended cymbal, kashishi, conga high and conga low. So that's your choices for an orchestral library. Clearly the one thing that this is missing is timpani. It'd be nice, you know, wouldn't expect the free version necessarily to have loads of timpani and loads of articulations and ways of playing stuff. Obviously they are all in the full version in their entirety, but it would have been nice just to maybe have 1 or 2 timpani hits. But alas, there is not. But again, it's free, you can't complain. So, the only other thing to mention, I think is worth mentioning, is the velocities. So they've done, if you watch their walkthrough video on the main Lineage, which I have, they've done a lot of work with the velocities. And you can hear it particularly on the cymbals and the piatti. If I play this cymbal nice and, sorry, we'll go with piatti. If you play it quietly, and then you can get louder. And the same with the cymbals. So you've got quite a lot of dynamics there with the velocities, which is quite nice. So that's quite good. So I've pre-recorded a couple of parts into our track. I haven't used everything. I've just used the Grandcassa, the snare drum, and then some cymbal hits on the top. And then in true Ableton style, group them together so that I could, in theory, do processing with all of them at the same time in a group or bus, other might call it. The only other thing I've done is I've upped the reverb a little bit on most of these, and then on the snares and the cymbals I also, come on, I also upped the, being an idiot, ignore me. There we go. I thought, up the stereo width slightly on some of these. That's interesting. What's showing on that one? Have I made a mistake? Come on, Ableton. I did on the cymbal hits. So I wouldn't want to up the stereo width necessarily on the Grandcassa because it's a bass instrument, but because we haven't got any left-right stereo field on these, I thought I might just up the stereo a little bit on the higher timbre instruments there, just to give a bit of stereo width. But we're just playing really, I suppose. So yeah, I've recorded some pre-recorded some bits in there, and we'll have a listen to how our track currently sounds. It currently sounds like this. it sounds like at the moment. I don't know if we'll leave it like that or we'll change some bits maybe at some point. But anyway, that's TFO2 January release. I'm looking forward to the February release when it comes out, which is clearly only going to be a few weeks away now, hopefully the last Thursday in Feb. But that's TFO2 for January, Lineage Percussion Orchestral Kit. As I said last time in my last video, YouTube, the algorithm likes it if you were to now go on and watch another one of my videos. If you just watch this one, then go somewhere else, YouTube, thinks that it wasn't as much value as it could have been. Whereas if you watch another video, then YouTube likes that, and obviously you get some value out of more than one of my pieces of content. So it'd be really good if you could just go ahead and watch another video, and always like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you're hearing. But other than that, thanks for joining us this time, and we'll see you again next time on this series on TFO2, the free orchestra by Project Sam. Okay, take care guys, see you again soon, bye bye.